Hello, I'm Taylor Daniel, and this is my persuasive speech. When I was 12 years old, I moved from the city to the country. I remember specifically that on a hot day, after coming home from school, I was walking down my street and past the Rubberneck Ranch. At this ranch, I was able to feed the cows corn shucks and realize that each and every cow has their own personality. Then I also noticed that I could be eating these very cows on my dinner plates at night, and this is when I made my decision. As humans, we need to eat food in order to sustain life. We all have choices when we eat, and I have made my decision and would recommend a vegetarian diet. There are three main reasons to become a vegetarian. These reasons are for your health, for the environment, and for the animals. In regards to the animals, the meat consumed in our society no longer comes from family-owned farms, but rather large factory farms. The animals here are injected with hormones to produce rapid growth, antibiotics to prevent diseases that are caused from unsanitation, and overcrowding or animal confinement. In most cases, animals in these factory farms undergo abuse, mutilation, and inhumane slaughter techniques. Chickens, which are the most abused animals, are genetically manipulated to produce rapid growth. These animals have their throats slit while conscious and are also scalded in tanks for feather removal. For cows, a male cow is castrated and has his horns chopped off without anesthesia to prevent pain from this process. The cows are repeatedly branded without painkillers. The USDA, or the United States Department of Agriculture, allows meat from cows with cancerous lesions or pus-filled sores to be slaughtered and certified as USDA pure. In most cases, these illnesses go untreated. As for dairy cows, they are confined and unable to walk, all the while being hooked up to machines that can sometimes hurt their udders. In order for a dairy cow to produce milk, she must first give birth. So she is artificially impregnated and then given medications to keep the milk flowing. As for pigs, if a pig does not grow fast enough, it is killed. Pigs, in some cases, are also scalded alive in the slaughter process, along with their throats being slit. Some research has shown that a pig has an intelligence level of a 3-year-old child. I do not support this type of animal abuse that is present at industrial farms. Most of the meat sold comes from these types of slaughterhouses. Not only does becoming a vegetarian help prevent abuse of animals, but is also a healthy diet and lifestyle for us. The American Dietetic Association states that vegetarians are less likely to be obese than meat eaters. A properly put together vegetarian diet provides one with all the daily nutrients required for a healthy diet that is lower in saturated fat and cholesterol, which are both contributors to heart disease. Saturated fat is also only found in animal products. There's research that also shows that the consumption of meat, eggs, and dairy products are linked to osteoporosis, Alzheimer's disease, asthma, and male impotence. Vegetarians, according to research, have stronger immune systems and are less susceptible to everyday diseases such as the flu. On average, vegetarians live 6 to 10 years longer than meat eaters. A few studies also show that children who have a vegetarian diet have higher IQs and are at less risk for disease. Some people believe that becoming a vegetarian is difficult, but there are many resources, such as this vegetarian cookbook, that make the process easier and will walk you through how to become a vegetarian, including staples to have in your pantry, such as herbs and spices to help make delicious, healthful meals. The environment also suffers from the industrial farms. It requires large amounts of land to produce these farms and the food for them. Industrial farms pollute the environment. Avoiding animal products is an easy, simple way to help the environment. Some of the effects on the environment include deforestation to make more room for these farms and for larger crops for feeding them. Entire ecosystems are being bulldozed in order to satisfy people's hunger for meat. According to scientists at the Smithsonian Institution, 7 football fields worth of land is bulldozed every minute to create more room